What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Game 2 game reaction between the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. And all I can say is, in terms of winning a game on the road, the Chicago Bulls have delivered. The mission is successful, and we take it back into United Center with an even playing field, and it feels very good with a win like this. What a tremendous game, a tremendous fighting effort, and a tremendous win for the Chicago Bulls. And today we're going to be talking all about it. We're going to be talking about those positives, and we'll be talking about those negatives and stuff that we can work on. But overall, we just won our playoff game, ladies and gentlemen. Many people had us for a sweep. Many people had us for 5. Many people had us for 6. Whatever your, prediction is for the Chicago Bulls, we just won our first game in the NBA playoffs with this team. This young, rather inexperienced team with the veterans taking a lot of the bulk of the minutes, and we've delivered, and it's very, very good to see. I'm very happy with the game like this, and it was a very entertaining game once again to watch, even if you're a neutral. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show. Turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the game today. Who was your player of the game? Your overall thoughts and opinions on Game 2, and are you feeling confident now for Game 3? Very important stuff here. Game 2, in my opinion, was a big worry for me, because at the end of the day, you see constantly at times where Game 1 is where people are closer competitive. You're assessing the games, you're assessing the opponents and what they're bringing to you, and Game 2 is usually the blowouts where the teams that are expected to win will just drive through the other teams. But the Chicago Bulls today stood up massively in this game, and you got to give credit again. It's a fun game to watch, a very competitive game. Milwaukee definitely did not go away. They made us work very hard for it, but the Bulls walked away with the win on the road. The mission is accomplished, and now a new mission is set up to defend home court, which is a good position to be in if you're a Bulls fan. I think any one of us said if we're going to win one of those 2 games between Game 1 and Game 2, we would have taken it in a heartbeat, and I'm very, very happy with that. We won the game 114 to 110. Very close, as I said before. Some players stepped up big time compared to their Game 1 games, and we needed every single one of them. But you're probably thinking, when I say that, you're thinking about DeMar DeRozan, of course, because of look at the game that he had today. It was truly unbelievable. It wasn't just DeMar DeRozan. I think almost everybody had better games in this game compared to their counterpart games. For example, I thought Patrick Williams had a great game today compared to Game 1. Of course, there's still things he can do, but I thought he played very good. Alex Caruso was phenomenal in today's game. Absolutely sensational. And I thought the bench, in terms of spreading out the scoring, was better. Of course, Kobe White scored 12 points in that first game, and Tristan Thompson scored 2, but there are a couple of more guys getting involved off of the bench today, even if it is only for a bucket or 2. So that's very good for the Chicago Bulls. I'm very happy with the win like this, and it reflects in how we scored, it reflects in how we started the game, it reflected how we started the fourth quarter. It just reflected in everything that we did in today's game. The game plan was strong, and there's a message now to be delivered to Chicago Bulls fans across the world. We are not going to make it easy for Milwaukee. Granted, they're probably still going to be the favorites even when we take it to United Center. Granted that they are the reigning champions at the moment. Granted that they have one of the best players in the NBA at the moment. We are not going to make it easy, and we are going to have guys that are going to step up when we need them to step up to deliver in very important playoff environment. We will not make this easy. We want to compete with the best of the best. And in order to do that, you have to have close games. You have to stick with them. You have to make sure you're the ones that Milwaukee have to catch up to. And we've done a very good job today. It's a great game. I'm very, very happy about it. I'm ecstatic. I don't really have too much to say on the analytical side. I'm just emotionally... It's just a great time to be a Bulls fan with that win. And it's incredible that we got it on the road. It's incredible that we got it in Game 2. Overall, I'm really, really happy. But we're going to go into the individual performances. You'll probably get a little bit more out of me over there. We're going to start off with, obviously, the player of the moment right now, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar, the buckets DeRozan, got 41 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 31 shots he took today, which clearly shows that he's the guy that we're going to every single time down the floor. He made 16 of them today, which is 51%. an unbelievable game. DeMar Deadeye DeRozan, that's what I like to call him, Deadeye DeRozan, and he was absolutely Deadeye from the field today. Every single shot, it felt like it was really going in. He took contested shots, he took open shots, and he delivered on his promise so far. Now, there's still a long way to go, and hopefully we don't see a game like we saw in Game 1 again. But that was the February DeMar DeRozan that I was asking for, calling out for, and he delivered in a big abundance. He got his playoff career high in today's game. And just notice, when DeMar plays well, we win games. It's as simple as that. DeMar DeRozan has to keep on delivering for the Chicago Bulls if we're going to have those chances in the, winning this series. DeMar was fantastic. And same, when you have a guy like Giannis that's playing well the way that he did, you got to have someone else to step up for the Chicago Bulls. You got to have that leader. You got to have that great player, that was considered MVP for most of the season, and that was DeMar DeRozan, and he delivered in today's game. He proved a lot of people that were saying that his game doesn't match the playoffs wrong. Many people will not be calling him DeMar DeFrozen today, and he has every right to be celebrating a game like this. Again, he called it. He said he was not going to shoot like that again. And he delivered in Game 2. Now let's see if he can deliver in Game 3 and Game 4 at home court. That's going to be so important for the Chicago Bulls if we're going to have a chance to win these series. Guys are going to have to step up, and same with DeMar DeRozan. He has to have very good games like this again. I'd love to see Game 3 very similar. And I guess in terms of the analytical side, or I guess what you see from DeMar, they didn't double team him anywhere near as much as they probably should have. And the third and fourth quarters is when they really started to pick on DeMar DeRozan and I guess try to double team him, try to get the ball out of his hands. And in my opinion, it's too little too late. All the damage was done at the start of that fourth quarter. That was mainly DeMar DeRozan, and a bunch of other guys stepped in as well. And that's when they started to use those double teams. And they were a bit hesitant to do that. And DeMar made them pay all night. As good as Wesley Matthews is defensively, he's a flop master, don't get me wrong. The man was flopping all over the court today. But he is a good defender. But it's on a one-on-one coverage. There's not many, even Giannis, there's not many people that can stop DeMar DeRozan one-on-one. So great job for DeMar. He delivered today, and let's see if he can deliver like that in the next game. Zach LaVine, 20 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 1 steal. 7 from 13 from the field, 3 from 4 from the three-point line. Efficiency-wise, Zach LaVine much better in today's game. I thought his shot selection was a little bit better. And the difference, in my opinion, from between Game 2 and Game 1, I think Zach LaVine tried to take over a little bit too much, where in this game, I feel like a lot of his points came naturally. It came in with driving into the paint and stuff like that. And he did very well in this game. But when was the last time that he scored? Because honestly, let me know. He played 43 minutes today. I genuinely can't remember the last time he scored a bucket. I felt like we saw almost a half a basketball where he didn't score, which at the end of the day, no complaints. We won the game and he played very efficient basketball today. So I'm not going to complain about it. But at the end of the day, I would have loved to see Zach LaVine maybe give DeMar a little bit more help within this game. But again, no complaints whatsoever. Every single one of our big three got 20 points today. The buckets are not going to be shared, I guess, evenly between the big three. As long as they stepped up when their name was called upon, I'm very, very happy. And with Zach LaVine, this is a better game in my opinion than Game 1. The rebounding was much better in Game 1, so I'd like to see him get back to that. But at the end of the day, really, really good efficient basketball from Zach LaVine. And I thought his defense at the end of the day as well. There were a couple of times he got caught out. Again, too many times for trying to double team on Giannis and stuff like that. But when it comes to one-on-one defense, maybe a guy against Drew Holiday or Grayson Allen, whoever was on him, even if he was guarding Wesley Matthews, stuff like that, I thought he did all right in this game. Alex Caruso, talking about defense, ladies and gentlemen. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks in today's game. The absolute defensive machine. Again, I don't know where we would be without Alex Caruso in this team. Again, he's not the main scorer. 9 points, only 3 from 8 from the field, 3 from 7 from the three-point line. By far, this is not his best scoring display you could ever see from Alex Caruso. But defensively and playmaking-wise, like I really wanted him to do, he stepped up. I said it in the last video. Many people might have not watched that video. I'd love to see Alex Caruso do more on playmaking and maybe making those big shots. Now, big shots wise, I don't think he made the best. Again, 3 from 8. I already said it. But Playmaking was such a huge important factor for Alex Caruso. 2 assists in the last game, 10 assists in this game, and in my opinion, that's the difference. The ball movement from start to finish was much better for the Chicago Bulls compared to game 1. And it goes to show that when we're moving the ball, we're making other people get involved. When you see people like Caruso and Patrick Williams playing the minutes that they play and making more of an impact compared to other games, it reflects in how we won the game. It's phenomenal stuff from the Chicago Bulls. And in my opinion, Alex Caruso, despite the fact that he may have not had the 41-point performance, he's right there, in my opinion, in the player of the game performance. He was that good defensively today. So many of those effort plays, so many of those hustle plays. He was one of the key guys at getting an offensive rebound and keeping the ball alive at the end of the game alongside of Vucevic. What more can you ask for a guy that's known as a defensive presence? He was all over the place today, and he made Milwaukee buckle in many ways, and he got under people's skin. And again, I loved Alex Caruso's performance. Nikola Vucevic, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. We could have probably seen better from Vucevic, but he got into foul trouble, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the key. In the playoffs, you have to be very smart in how you use your fouls and how many fouls you get. I feel very sorry for Vucevic because I feel like, for the most part, this whole team was pretty much in fouls because of how Giannis attacked the paint today. And look, at the end of the day, Giannis had more free throws than our team for most of that game. I don't know if that's the stat at the end of the game. I don't know how many free throws we took compared to Giannis, but for the most of that game, Giannis took more free throws than our entire team. And Vucevic, unfortunately, took a lot of the brunt of that. And a couple of fouls should not have gone his way. And again, I don't feel like this game was necessarily called fairly in many ways. But at the end of the day, we've won the game. Let's not complain about stuff that, again, is not in our control. We've got to make sure that we play beyond the refs. We've got to make sure we're not complaining. We're back on defense. We're not arguing. And I thought Vucevic did okay in terms of that retrospect. Offensively, I thought, once again, he was tremendous. 10 from 18 from the field. He made 4 out of his 8 threes today. He was much better from the 3-point line, and it was fantastic. And again, I just feel like this is the Vuce you're going to see. Whether we like it or not, 2 from 10 from the first game, 4 from 8 from the second game, Vucevic is going to be a perimeter center in this game. For a variety of reasons, I guess, to do the space, to clear the spacing for Zach and for DeMar DeRozan. That's obviously one of them. And I just feel like it's that type of series where Brook Lopez is doing it and Vucevic is inclined to do the same. It goes in circles at the end of the day. But when Vucevic is down low, once again, great success. He got a nice pump fake over Brook Lopez to get an easy layup, as easy as you like, let's say. And then also, you got a couple of, I guess, just really good plays from Vucevic. You can't really ask much more from your center than 24 and 13. He was really good in my opinion. Patrick Williams, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 9 shots in today's game, and he made 5 of them. This is the Patrick Williams I want to see. Again, I'm not naive to the point where I think Patrick Williams should be scoring 35, 40 points, should getting his career high in the NBA playoffs. There are too many players on this team that require too many shots, but he has to be aggressive. And in my opinion, 10 times better of a game today compared to his last game. Look, he also had to guard Giannis, and I don't think he guarded Giannis very well. And I don't think there's anybody on this team that can guard Giannis very well. It's as simple as that. But everybody else struggled on that Milwaukee Bucks team, and we capitalized on that because everybody played a huge part on this Chicago Bulls team right here. And Patrick Williams played a massive role on the rebounding side. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and it really reflected once again in how we won the game. Patrick Williams was key, in my opinion, to how we won this game with his ability to fly in for rebounds. He got a nice dunk at the end of the game by a good pass for Caruso. Very important bucket there. You got to make them pay in every way you possibly can. And I thought Patrick Williams did very well today. I'd love to see this performance in the next game as well. Moving into the bench, you got Javonte Green, ladies and gentlemen. He had a 2-point and 5-rebound performance. His 2 points came off of a fast break. Once again, funnily enough, Alex Caruso was the one to throw in transition. And I like how we're using that transition game a lot in this type of environment. It's the playoff series. You're not going to get too many opportunities in transition, but we are a transition team. And when we do get players that leak out, and guys like Brook Lopez are on the team, or Bobby Portis that can't run back in time, guys like Javonte can take advantage of that. Guys like Patrick Williams, Derrick Jones Jr., they can all take advantage of that. So that was a good play from Javonte Green. 5 very huge rebounds from him as well. I can't really ask much more for Javonte, in all honesty, especially when we know he's not going to be the main scorer on the team. Kobe White, 5 points, 2 assists in this game. I think Kobe White could have done a little bit better. He went away from the three-point line in many ways. He only made 1 3 today, 1 from 1, and he went more into the pick and roll and into the mid-range. And I don't know if that was the right decision. He got blocked by Giannis once, but again, we know Kobe White could do better than this. That's all I'm going to say. It's a very inconsistent person Kobe White is, and I thought we saw that in today's game. Was it the worst game from Kobe? No, it was not the worst game from Kobe, but we all know from the game 1, he can do better than that, and we'll have to wait and see if he can deliver next game. It's going to be at home, and we're going to need guys like Kobe White to step up a little bit more if we're going to walk away with wins. Derrick Jones Jr., 3 points, 1 rebound. He's played 7 minutes, made a 3. Very good to see for Derrick Jones Jr. Io got 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Decent from Io with the assist. Tristan Thompson only got 3 rebounds. He had some really huge minutes in the fourth quarter. He got a couple of fouls on the Milwaukee Bucks players. And those are all the guys that played. Didn't really make too much of an impact. Didn't really get too much of an opportunity. But they're there, ladies and gentlemen. And they did what they did in the limited times that they could. I'm not going to give a must improve in today's game. I think if I had to, you know who I'd give it to, but we won the game on the road, job done, mission successful. Now we have to defend home court. The player of the game is obviously going to be DeMar DeRozan. I really think Alex Caruso is right behind him on how much he impacted this game defensively. I'm so proud of Alex Caruso, and I'm very proud that DeMar DeRozan delivered on that promise, delivered on that vow that he would not shoot 6 from 25 again. He shot 16 out of 31. We win the game. Great to see. The Bulls tie the record at 1 apiece against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, this is actually the first elite team that we've beaten this season. That's crazy to think about. It happened in the NBA playoffs, but we've got confidence now. We beat the Milwaukee Bucks. We know we can beat them. We know they're not invincible now. We've got a little bit of confidence in ourselves that we can go out and maybe do it again. And we've got home court advantage to support us as well. We're in a very good position. This is the position you want to be in every series where you don't have that home court advantage to start off with. Because now we have home court advantage. If we win both of our games, we could potentially end this series at our home turf. That's how important this game is. And we'll have to wait and see if we can deliver. It's not going to be an easy challenge. Milwaukee are still a team to be reckoned with. I'm not sure what's going to be happening with their team with Chris Middleton and Bobby Portis. Both of them did not return. If they do not play in the next game, that might be huge for the Chicago Bulls, but I'm not going to wish injury on anybody. I don't care who it is. And yeah, that's all I really have to say in terms of this game. I thought we did very well in terms of isolating and doing mismatches. I thought we did very well in ensuring that we got the right shots for the right people. I thought defensively, our physicality really showed. We were a nuisance on the defensive end. We did very well on the rebounding side. That's all I really need to say in terms of this game, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of emotion. I'm so happy. I'm proud. And again, we did what we were supposed to do. Many people might not have expected it, but we did it. And next game is going to be just as important. We got to really perform at home, give the home crowd something to be proud about. With that being said, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Have a wonderful and safe day. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.